This is part 2 of Operation Self-Sustainability, which is a series of videos to try to help people earn a living by making useful things out of trash, and also a couple of survival techniques. And this video in particular deals with, for instance, if there's a hurricane or someone is having to spend a lot of time in their car, be it because of work or otherwise, they can actually cook a meal in their car. Now what I did is I went to a dollar store and I got one of these dashboard devices, and I basically, what you should do is around noontime you spread this dashboard protector onto your dashboard, and then what you can do is, and if you look over here, we basically went to the store and we tried to pick out things that were reasonable, and so we picked the steam in a bag vegetables, and you see there's cauliflower and carrots, and then over here it's a pasta dish. And so what we did is we purchased very inexpensive steam in a bag meals, and we basically placed it across the dashboard. And then we also baked some cookies. There's some cookies over there. They were actually so good that we ate them, and there's only one left. And then we also made some tea, some sun tea. And so, and then over here, what I did is I took a container. This is like a fast food container, and if you open it up, you can see that it actually created water. I'm not sure if you can see that in there. So I wanted to show people that, you know, if you're having to, let's say you have a hurricane and you lost everything, there are interesting and thinking outside the box ways to actually produce water. And so this was basically just an empty container that was put on the dashboard, and you can see there's condensation all over the container, and so it produced water. It's not really a lot, but it's probably, looks like maybe a tablespoon and a half, but it's something. And then let's see, over here I have this, you know, it's a bag that you get also from a fast food place, and I wanted to show it to you because you can actually use it to, let's assume if you have corn, you can actually put the corn in here, you can put salt and pepper, and then you roll it up, and then you put it on the dashboard, and that can cook as well. And so basically you can cook yourself a meal using solar technology in your car, because your car actually gets very, very hot. And so another technique to keep in mind when there's a hurricane, you can keep this, it's a type of milk that doesn't need to be refrigerated, and it's long lasting, and so this is something that's very handy to have. You know, if you're living outside, you know, and or you're camping, this is a great product to have because it doesn't require refrigeration. And then what we did here is we did a little mini cooler, and this is the pots in a pot system. And basically what you do is, this is a refrigerator without electricity, and so you take a clay pot, you get another pot and you put it inside, and then you pour sand, and in this case I didn't have sand, so I poured dirt in here, and then I added water. And so what happens is, this is actually, you can see, we put some water in here, and it looks like it's actually kind of cool. You can see the condensation on the glass. And then you can put inside here any perishables. And obviously this you do not want to keep in the car, but you keep a wet rag on the top of it, and that will actually keep things cool. You may, whenever the water starts to evaporate out, you may need to refill it again. And then here's the tea that we made, the sun tea, and I'm going to pour it so you can see how strong it is. And the interesting thing is that when I wasn't really sure how this was going to come out, and I wasn't really sure if it would be hot enough, but indeed it was. And when I went to the car and I touched everything, it was extremely hot. So you can use your car as an impromptu solar stove if you need to. And then you can also actually build a solar stove with one of these inexpensive dashboard devices. And so oh, the other thing, I almost forgot, baking soda. Baking soda is important to have around because in an emergency, if you need, you can make toothpaste out of it by adding some water. So you take like a teaspoon of the baking soda and you add some water, and you can brush your teeth with it. The other thing you can do with baking soda is if you drink, let's say if you take again a teaspoon and you add about a cup of water, you can drink it. And what the baking soda will do is, I mean, it's good for a lot of things health-wise, but it's also good for insects. It's a natural insect repellent. And so that is it for this video, and stay tuned for more self-sustainability videos coming soon.